start it. We'll ignore for a while. Okay. Okay. So what we have seen, let's go and try to understand what actually we have written here. We have written a function, and we have written a program in which we have been uh, trying to understand the functional interface. And we know that what actually functional interface is, guys. Yes, in interface in which we only have one method, right? And हाँ हाँ हाँ, बोलिए बोलिए, बोलो बोलो। हाँ, okay. uh, so an interface in which we are only having a one function, which is of course it is a abstract function. Okay, we cannot create a normal interface here. Suppose I have, first we'll go for the revision, then we'll take the today's topic. Okay, fine. So I have an interface. So, and inside this I have a say. Okay, so it will say something. I don't know the implementation of it because in interface we don't have an implementation. Okay, we only create a structure. We only create the functions which will be there, and we only declare it. But we don't implement it. Interface doesn't have any implementation with that, we are clear with. Fine. So when I have created this interface, my intention is, listen guys, what is my intention? I want this interface to be a functional interface. But as of now, what you can see, I have a same method. But the program which the interface which you can see right now, nowhere we can stop other person to create another method inside it. Means I have this interface, and my intention is that this should be a functional interface. No one should able to create another method inside it. But can we stop anyone to create another method inside it? If I go here and write void config, and yes, we have declared successfully another method which is present inside a interface. But to stop anyone to create other methods apart from this one method, we have to add an annotation. What we are going to write, we write function interface. Okay, तो जैसे हम फंक्शन इंटरफेस लगाएंगे तो उसके बाद में कोई भी पर्सन इसके अंदर कोई भी नया फंक्शन बना नहीं पाएगा, बिकॉज उसके अंदर एक ही फंक्शन जो है वो रह सकता है। ये बात समझ में आ गया, हाउ दिस फंक्शन इंटरफेस एनोटेशन हेल्प अस। एंड हम आगे जाके बहुत सारे एनोटेशंस देखेंगे, दैट वी विल सी। Okay, so see in this function interface, I have a function which will be say, and we don't have an implementation for it. So here we have created anonymous class that will implement this say, right? We have another options. I can do something like this. I can create another class which is B, that will implement B, will implement A, and then I will override the methods of which is present in here in B, sorry, here which is there, which is say. So I will override it, and I can like, I can write uh, implementing something. I don't know what to implement here, but okay, the logic, we have to focus on implementation, not actually what we are doing here implementing, but we are just focusing on topic. Okay, so this is the one way to do this, to create another class, implement A, and then override, and then implement the same method which is there. Fine, but what if I don't wanted to create another class? Do we have any other option to implement this method without creating a separate class, which I have did here in this case? Do we have any other options apart from this, guys? What if I wanted to implement this? Yes, what we can use, Lina, Mayuri, what we can use? Anonymous inner class. So that is the beauty. We have different options, right? So we can use anonymous inner class. And how to create that? How to create an anonymous class? Let's see. So first, we know that in case of interface, we can declare an object. We can declare an object of interface, but cannot create it. We can declare. Okay, guys, always remember, we can declare. Let's try. I will write a obj, and if I will just put semicolon here, not, you're not getting any issue because you can declare. Problem arises when you try to create an object new a, and when you write this, you will get an issue. Fine. So what we are trying to do here, just focus. What he- at this line, so this line which you can see here, which is like highlighting a red here, what we're trying to do, we are trying to create a new object for interface, which is A, and it is not possible, right guys? What we are doing, we are creating a new object of an interface. Is that possible? No, it's not, right? We cannot create an object of interface. Makes sense? लीना, मयूरी, पक्का बताओ, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ तक? We cannot create, we cannot have an object, we cannot instantiate interface. So what I want, okay, it is saying, oh, you cannot instantiate, it is saying A is abstract, cannot be instantiated. That's fine, no problem at all. But what if I want, can I tell the compiler, hey, compiler, I don't want it to instantiate A. I don't want it to instantiate A. Instantiate का मतलब होता है create करना, object बनाना. I don't want to create an object of A. I want to create object of anonymous class. So for if you wanted to tell the compiler, hey, I wanted to create an object of anonymous class. So you should have anonymous class, right? So for that we are going to add opening brace, closing brace, and enter. Now when you're saying new A, opening brace, closing brace, it is not creating object of A. It is creating object of an anonymous class. Is that make sense, guys? Yeah. Now you have created an anonymous class, and of course it is coming from A, and it is an interface, right? Without A, it is not possible to have anonymous class. We cannot go and directly write something which is opening brace, closing brace directly, and we'll say, okay, this is anonymous class. No, it is not. We cannot create such kind of anonymous class till now. Maybe in future, we can do some kind of development. We can write some this kind of thing, but for now we have to create anonymous class like this. Okay, so what is the issue here? Issue is that this anonymous class is coming from A, right? It is coming from A, isn't it, guys? What do you think? Okay, so as it is coming from A, we have, it's our responsibility now to implement the method which is there in A, because it is abstract method. We cannot just let it stay as it is. We have to implement it. So how to implement? Here you are getting red line below A. You can see in below A you can see a red line. What is the like actually the compiler trying to tell us? Hey, there is a abstract method which doesn't have an implementation. As you are coming from A, you need to implement that. We'll say okay, that's fine. Now how we can implement? We will simply override this same method. We are only doing simple overriding. What actually overriding means? We are going to define the same method in here. Here we are going to define the same method. Let's try. I will write public void say parenthesis opening brace closing brace. Okay. The time when I have overridden this method, you have written this, right? Say, okay, and now it has an implementation. It has a body. Now you can implement something like you will say uh, I am anonymous. Okay, guys, is that make sense till now? Okay, so I have a say implementation, but where I'm trying to implement this say, where I'm implementing say in anonymous class. Yes, we are trying to implement this say in an anonymous class. Can I call this say, guys? Yes. What do you think? Can I call this say? Can I can I call this Lena like Mayuri? Okay, so how we can call this say? With uh, what we are going to use to call this say? What we need to call this say? We need obj, right? Aren't we? Okay. What we are going to do? We'll write obj, which we have created here, obj, and dot. We'll say. Okay. Now we'll have the implementation of say in anonymous class. That makes sense till now. Let's try to run. And let's see, are we getting our answer or not? If this much is getting executed, then that means we have written everything wrong. Oh, sorry, not wrong. Everything right. Okay, so in anonymous, that makes sense, guys. Okay. Okay, so there is a one thing which is very important. Like when we write a code, we want our code to be a concise. Okay, what actually means the concise means? Concise means it should not be that much bulky. It should be, suppose I want to do anything. I wanted to do a simple file reading operation. Okay, or I wanted to like take input. Okay, I wanted to use a scanner class. I wanted to use a any kind of thing I wanted to do. Suppose I want to do the JDBC connections. Okay, so whatever we do, whatever we try to code in our with the programming language, we try it to be concise. What actually means concise? Concise means we want that particular thing, whatever we are trying to do should needs a less amount of line. Okay, less line of code we have to write, means we need to have a, a language in which it will provide a conciseness. Means what is the meaning of conciseness? Means we should not have to write a lot of lines. Suppose I wanted to just do a simple operation, file reading operation. If it is like for doing that thing I am writing 10 line of code, that is not very good idea because it is bulky. So whenever we say good programming and a good programmer, we should write a less line of code. And okay, so there are some situations, there are some implementation which is not in our hand, we have to write a lot of code for that. Okay, that's a bad part about the programming languages. Simple in Java, yes, we have to write a lot of line of code to do a simple operation. But the thing is that uh, there are some concept which help us to minimize the line of code. Okay, there are some features, there are some concept which Java provides. Hey, if you will use this, you are going to reduce the line of code you have to write. It will be a smallest, you will have a less line of code. Till now, have you understood? Yes, guys. Mm-hmm. लीना मेरी ज़्यादा समझ आया? Hey, till now, do you have any kind of problems? What I'm trying to say, I will just say it once again, okay, so that it will make sense for you. It will not be like something which you are being confused about. If you wanted to do some anything which is like whatever we are doing with the help of programming, we want that we need to have a less line of code to do that particular thing. That could be anything. Okay, fine. So if we are writing a lot of line of code to do a simple operation or to do whatever you want to do, that is not a good. That is not a good part about programming. So what we try our code to be a concise. What is actually means of concise? It will need a less line of code. We don't have to write a lot of code. We will write a less line of code. Okay, so whenever we write a less line of code to perform the same thing, that is called as a conciseness. Okay, and that's why Kotlin have you heard about Kotlin, guys? Yes. Okay, that's why Kotlin is being preferred over the Java. Okay, now Java has its own advantages, but Kotlin is being used over Java because of conciseness. It is very concise. You don't have to write a lot of code. You don't have to write a lot of boilerplate code. Okay, that's why Kotlin is a concise. But learning Kotlin is the other thing. But we will focus on the Java now. So what we try our code to be a concise. So here in this code, let's try to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, now let's go back to the topic. Okay, so I have this, and yesterday I have also discuss some of this part which we are going to continue now. Let's focus on what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we have a say method, okay, which is there in interface. Yes, we have a say, and compiler knows that okay, we have a say method in an interface A. That makes sense, guys. Compiler knows it. Okay, Lucky, Mayuri. Okay, Cons compiler knows that okay, we have a say inside an interface A. Okay, guys, no problem. Okay, okay, so compiler knows okay, we have say, and we also know that okay, yeah, we can see, right, we have a say. So we both knows, we and a compiler both knows that okay, we have a say. Okay, now in here, in when we are implementing, when we are trying to implement this say, we are again writing what we are doing here. We are doing public void say. We are again writing the same method. If compiler knows it already that okay, we have a say, then why we are writing it here? Now is that make sense, guys? देखो, हमारे पास में सेम मेथड है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, वी हैव अ सेम मेथड। हम दोनों को पता है कि यहाँ पे सेम मेथड जो है ना एग्जिस्ट करता है। कंपाइलर को भी पता होना ही चाहिए और होता ही है। वॉट एवर भी राइट, आप एक छोटा सा भी छोटा लाइन भी लिखोगे, कुछ भी लिखोगे, तो कंपाइलर को उसका आइडिया होता है, तभी तो वो एरर देगा। अगर मैं यहाँ पे 1 2 3 लिख दूंगा तो मुझे राइट डायरेक्टली एरर मिल जाएगा। क्यों? कंपाइलर इज कंटिन्यूसली ऑब्जर्विंग, राइट, कि हम क्या लिख रहे हैं। तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि आप ये क्या लिख रहे हो। अगर कंपाइलर को पता ही नहीं चलता मैंने कुछ यहाँ पे लिखा, तो दैट इन दैट केस कंपाइलर maybe don't know about it, but now as you can see I have written something here and I'm getting red because compiler is saying hey, what you are writing is I'm not getting it. Okay, maybe you are making some mistake. Fine, means compiler knows that we have a same method here. Now what we are trying to do, what actually we will focus on right now, just let's listen very carefully. Okay, it's very easy, not that hard, very easy. As compiler knows it, why are we writing the same method here? Okay, why are we writing this new A? What actually we are doing? We are writing new A, then we are writing publish static void say. This what actually we are doing. Okay, we don't need to because compiler knows it very well. Okay, we have a say. That makes sense till now, guys? Okay, बताइए यहाँ तक समझ आया? हम्म हम्म, बताइए लीना, मयूरी, यहाँ तक समझ आया? इसमें कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है? ओके, so now what we are going to do, we are going to convert this full expression into a lambda expressions. Okay, let's try to understand this. With the help of lambda we can reduce our function, we can reduce whatever we have written. With the help of lambda expression we can do the same thing in the less line of, we don't have to write a lot of line which we have did here. With the help of lambda we can minimize the line of code. Let's try how we can do this. First of all, we got the point that okay, the compiler knows about this say, public void say, we don't have to write it. So what we are going to do, first what you need to do is just remove this new a and this bracket. Just listen very carefully, it will need practice. Okay, always focus, it will need a practice so that you will understand. First just remove this new a, this much, just remove this much. Okay, that much I have removed. Then I am getting an issue, and of course you will get an issue. Then what we are going to do, we are going to remove this say void public, just remove this. Okay, and just go back and go back. Now till now have you understand what I have did here? Hmm, let's try. I will just go back. It will make at a first time it will be difficult to understand lambda expression, but as you will practice it, it will be easier. Let's try. See, first what you have to do, I want this to be a lambda expression. So how हम इसको कैसे करेंगे? सबसे पहले आपको ये न्यू ए दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, कैन यू सी दिस न्यू ए? ब्रैकेट को नहीं छेड़ना है। ओके, न्यू ए दिख रहा है, न्यू ए को निकाल देना। न्यू ए और वो जो पैरेंथेसिस दिख रहा है इसको भी निकाल देना, इसको निकाल दो। इतना निकाल दिया, यहाँ तक आ गया, यहाँ तक आ गया आपका प्रोग्राम, ठीक है, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ओके, यहाँ तक आ गया है। अब क्या करेंगे, ये जो से है, से वॉइड पब्लिक, इसको भी निकाल देंगे। क्या करेंगे? इसको भी निकाल देंगे। ये समझ में आया? इतना क्लियर है? देखो धीरे धीरे मेरे साथ साथ चलोगे, ठीक है। सबसे पहले यहाँ पे आता है, सबसे पहले न्यू ए को निकाल देते हैं, जस्ट रिमूव दिस न्यू ए। ओके, जस्ट रिमूव इट। ओके नाउ उसके बाद में हमें क्या करना है, पैरेंथेसिस नहीं निकालना है इनिशियली। ओके, डोंट रिमूव द पैरेंथेसिस। ओके, आफ्टर दैट आपको ये वाला ओपनिंग ब्रेस और ये वाला क्लोजिंग ब्रेस दिख रहा है, ये वाला ओपनिंग ब्रेस एंड क्लोजिंग ब्रेस दिख रहा है एनोनिमस क्लास का। इसको भी रिमूव कर देना है। क्या करना है, इसको भी रिमूव कर देना है और नीचे वाला जो सेमीकोलन है इसको भी रिमूव कर देना है। ठीक है, यहाँ तक आ गया, यहाँ तक समझ आ गया? हाँ हाँ, प- पहले मैं करके दिखाता हूँ आपको, दैट देन आई विल रिपीट वंस अगेन, ताकि पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा। ठीक है, पहले देखिए कैसे होता है, हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डू दिस। ओके ओके, फर्स्ट व्हाट आई विल डू, आई हैव दिस ओपनिंग ब्रेस एंड क्लोजिंग ब्रेस ऑफ अ anonymous class. Okay, opening brace and closing brace of anonymous class. Let's remove this semicolon also need to be removed. Just remove this semicolon. Okay, and I will just remove this new a and bracket as well. This brace here I will remove this as well. Then I have a say, just remove say void public, just remove this one as well. Go back, go back, go back. Okay, and now here just add an arrow. Okay, now does that make sense? बताओ, लीना, लकी, देखो actually we are converting this bulky code which you can see here into a lambda expression. And lambda expression को पता है क्या बोलते हैं? Lambda expression is also called as a one liner function. क्या बोलते हैं? One liner function. One line function. ओके, वन लाइन फंक्शन का मतलब क्या है कि हम उसको एक लाइन में लिख सकते हैं, वी कैन राइट दैट फंक्शन इन वन लाइन। ओके, दैट्स व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू डू। एंड अगर यहाँ पे आप हवर करोगे ना, हवर करोगे तो वो अपने आप बोलेगा रिप्लेस विद द लैम्बडा। क्या बोल रहा है कि इसको लैम्बडा से रिप्लेस कर दो, इस पर क्लिक करूंगा तो अपने आप लैम्बडा में एक्सप्रेस हो, अपने आप लैम्बडा में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, मुझे कुछ नहीं करना पड़ेगा। बट इट नीड्स टू बी अंडरस्टैंड एट इनिशियल लेवल हाउ वी कन्वर्ट दिस इनटू अ लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन। हमेशा ध्यान में रखना, जब भी हमारे पास फंक्शनल इंटरफेस होगा ना, तो आपका लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन दिखेगा ही दिखेगा, बिकॉज लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन कैन बी ओनली यूज्ड विद द फंक्शन इंटरफेस। आप फंक्शन इंटरफेस से, आप फंक्शन इंटरफेस के साथ में ही लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन यूज कर सकते हो। अदर देन आप लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन बाकी जगह कहीं रेयरली दिख जाएगा आपको, नहीं तो दिखेगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन यू यूज विद द फंक्शनल इंटरफेस ओनली। ओके गाइस, समझ आया? ठीक है, ओके, बताओ। अभी देखो यहाँ पे समझना, मैं इसको लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन में कैसे कन्वर्ट करता हूँ। जस्ट सी, देखो ये जो न्यू ए दिख रहा है, सबसे पहले तो आपको एनोनिमस क्लास का ओपनिंग ब्रेस क्लोजिंग ब्रेस दिख रहा होगा। ओके, ओपनिंग ब्रेस एंड क्लोजिंग ब्रेस ऑफ एनोनिमस क्लास ये आपको दिख रहा है। ये आपको एनोनिमस क्लास का क्लोजिंग ब्रेस निकाल देना है और इसका ओपनिंग ब्रेस निकाल देना है। ठीक है, इतना समझ में आ गया? एनोनिमस क्लास का ओपनिंग निकाल दिया, क्लोजिंग निकाल दिया, ये समझ में आ गया? उसके बाद में आपको न्यू ए दिख रहा है, ये इसको निकाल देना है, न्यू ए, और ये इसको भी निकाल देना, ये निकाल दिया। अब आपके पास में ए ओबीजे और बस क्या रह रहा है, इक्वल टू रह रहा है, बस दैट मच यू आर गेटिंग, ए ओबीजे इज इक्वल टू दैट मच यू हैव ओनली। अब ये पब्लिक वॉइड से है, इसको भी निकाल देना है, जस्ट रिमूव दिस वन, दिस वॉइड से। ओके, एंड आपके पास में अब ये ब्रैक एक पैरेंथेसिस रह गया है, ओपनिंग ब्रेस रह गया है, क्लोजिंग ब्रेस रह गया है। अब इस पैरेंथेसिस को हम बैक स्पेस करके इक्वल टू की जगह पे लेके आएंगे, ये समझ में आ गया? अब ये जो ये है पैरेंथेसिस, इसके आगे हम लगाएंगे एरो। क्या लगाएंगे? एरो। और ये एरो किसको दिखाता है? ये एरो दिखाता है लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन को। दिस एरो टेल्स ओके दिस इज लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन। ओके, अब हम हमारे पास में क्या रह गया, व्हाट यू हैव ओनली ए ओबीजी इक्वल टू पैरेंथेसिस, ये लैम्बडा एक्सप्रेशन है इसलिए ऐसा एरो आता है, एंड देन ओपनिंग ब्रेस एंड क्लोजिंग ब्रेस। इतना सा कोड रिड्यूस हो गया है हमारा, दिख रहा है? कैन यू सी? एंड देन यू कैन ऐड अ सेमीकोलन हियर। पहले हमारा कोड कितना बल्कि था, अभी कैसा दिख रहा है? छोटा दिख रहा है अभी? हाँ, ओके, इसको और एक बार करके देखते हैं, लेट्स ट्राई। आई विल जस्ट गो बैक, गो बैक, गो बैक, गो बैक, just try to focus, you will get it. First what you need to do, just click here, you will have opening brace, closing brace of an anonymous class, not a function, okay, of an anonymous class. Just remove this new a from here, with along with the bracket, remove this new a, and in down just go here and just remove the curly bracket. Don't remove this semicolon. You can remove it as well. Later on, we can add the semicolon. No problem. Okay, that much we are removed. Let's focus here once again. Okay, this is tricky. That it takes a time to understand. Okay, न्यू ए ब्रैकेट को निकाल देना है, यहाँ पे निकाल दिया। नीचे जो दिख रहा है आपको ये वाला, इसको भी निकाल देना है, जो कि क्लोजिंग ब्रैकेट एंड सेमीकोलन। जस्ट रिमूव दिस वन एज वेल। Okay, then you will have this public void say. Just remove this say void public, that much. Remove it. Go back, go back, go back. And after that, you will have this parenthesis. And after parenthesis, just write here an arrow. Okay. After you will add an arrow, you will get a red line. You will get a red line here and just put a semicolon. Okay. समझ आया? Okay, so nowhere we have mentioned that new a and then public void say. We have not written that. Will it work? Okay, we have not said anything. We have not override any method. We have not mentioned any method there, but will it work? Let's try. After that I am writing say, but you can see nowhere we have mentioned that we are calling say. We have not written say here, but it's there. It's something which we cannot see, but yes, say is there. Okay guys, compiler knows it, it's there. So we don't need to write it. Let's try to run this. Okay, and will it work? Let's try to see. And here we are getting yes in anonymous. Okay, lambda expressions in the first try, it will be different, it will be difficult. Okay, but I will tell you some of the actually practices which you can use to make it simple. First of all, it will automatically gives us the like recommendation. If you will just hover over here and it will say replace with lambda, it's saying hey, you replace the code you have written with the lambda expression. Click here, it will automatically do that. But it is a good practice that we should also know that how actually this structure comes. Okay, how actually it comes, because if you not understand this, that is not a good way. So we'll understand okay how it comes, how it reduced to that much, that extent. Okay, so what we are going to do, first we will have opening brace and closing brace of anonymous. Then just remove this new a bracket, everything. Don't remove equal to. Okay, keep equal to. In down you will have this, just remove. Public void say this much is just remove it. Go back, backspace, backspace, come here. After that you will have uh, this this much, and you have parenthesis, just put an arrow here and put a semicolon here. Okay, okay guys, हाँ, इतना समझ आया? लकी देना। इसको एक और बार करके देखते हैं। लेट्स गो। आई विल रिपीट वंस अगेन दैट सो दैट you will get familiar with this. Okay, first I will just hover he I will just click here, opening brace closing brace of anonymous class. From here I will remove till new, remove it. Go down, just remove this one as well. Okay, now you have public void say, just remove say void public, not parenthesis. Okay, backspace, backspace, backspace. Now the point when you reach here, you will write an arrow here and put a semicolon. Okay, ठीक है? Okay, fine. So actually, in say, we are implementing only one statement, right? We are having only one statement in the say, right? Which is system.out.print I am anonymous, right? In say, what we are implementing? I am implementing only one statement, right? Which is system.out.print I am anonymous. That much I am only doing. So I am only executing one statement, right? Inside say, can you say something like this, guys? Yes. Okay, so if you have only one statement inside a say, means if you are trying to override a method and inside this you are just trying to implement only one statement, then in that case you can remove this opening brace and closing brace as well. Means if you have only one statement, always remember, if you have only one statement, in that case, in the say, when I'm saying hey, I'm calling this say method, what I'm implementing, I'm implementing only one statement. So inside a say, see, say is there. Okay, it is there, but we cannot see it. It's there. Okay, you can see me. That's something like this. Okay, huh? It's there, but you cannot see. Fine. So in the say, what we are trying to implement, we are trying to say in anonymous. But I will write here in anonymous. That makes sense. Okay. So we are only trying to we are only having a one statement in a say. Okay. So if you have only one statement, you can remove this opening brace and closing brace as well. Just remove this. If you have only one, just remove it. And I will just go back, and it look like here. Can you see how it works? How it reduced to this extent? Batao, Lina, Lucky. Isn't it similar to what we have seen automatically replaced by a compiler? Let's go back. So it is how it look like now. I will just copy it, okay, and I will just go back, and I will just go back, okay, and here I will just put that previous whatever we have copied from previous. Okay, so this is how it will look like, right? And if I will just go here, it will say replace with lambda. Click here. Isn't it look like same as we have written, guys? See, समझ आया? Let's go. I know you understand this very correctly, but let me, for my sake, I will try this one more. Okay, one more time. Okay, so what first step we need, we know that just remove this one. This one is removed. Just go down, remove this as well. Remove say void public. Okay, just remove this. Go back, and just add here an arrow, and just put a semicolon here. That makes sense till now, guys? Yes. Okay. Now, if we have only one statement in, if we are trying to have, if we are trying to implement any method in which we are only having one statement, if you are having a multiple statements, that then in that case, braces should be there. Okay. We cannot go and write multiple statements and we are not having brackets. That will not make sense. That will cause an issue. So if we are having only one statement inside the function we are trying to implement, we can remove this opening brace closing brace as well. Just remove this one I will remove, and this one I will remove as well. Just go back, and here it look like. So here I have told you that lambda expression is also a one liner function. कौन से फंक्शन होते हैं? वन लाइनर फंक्शन. समझ आया? हाँ, पक्का समझ आ रहा है? लीना, मयूरी, पक्का ना? कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं इसमें? Okay, that's fine. But let's try to do something else. Let's try to go back, and go here. Okay, just go here, go back. We'll just go. Okay, so we have a say. Now the say is a simple method. It is not taking anything. It is not taking any parameter. Okay, it is this say having no parameter, right? So what we will do in the interface, in an interface, we will give some parameter to this say. Let's say I will write message, just message, and okay, sorry, uh कोटलिन की आदत लगी है. Okay, so I will write string message that we will have here inside a same method, of course. So if we are going to we are saying, hey, this same method is being implemented here by overriding it, and we can write override annotations here as well, because yes, we are overriding it. So yeah, we can write at the rate override. That makes sense. But see, what is the issue? In interface, we have string message parameter, but nowhere in here we have a string message parameter. So that is not the same method we are trying. See, whenever we say we are trying to override the method, in overriding, your parent class method and child class method should be same. What is the issue here? In this public void say, we nowhere we have not mentioned a parameter here, but in the parent we have a parameter. So let's copy this string message parameter and let's put it here, and yes, it will work now. इतना समझ आया? And what it will do, it will only simple print a message. Okay, let's try it. Let's try to print the message. Okay, Fine. So now what we are going to do when we are calling, say, let's pass a message here. I will write good morning. Okay, actually it is evening, right? Good evening, guys. Okay, that we will put here good evening message. Okay, evening. Okay, okay. So this message we are going to pass, and this message will be go here, and it will just print this message. Okay, let's try to run. So we are passing good evening. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's try. Let's see what we have got. We got good evening, right, guys? इतना समझ आया? How it's working? In the previous example, we have a normal function which is not taking any parameter. But now we have changed this example to we are having function, but it is taking something, and it is taking string as a message, and we should have a string message here as well. Then inside this say I'm just printing this message. Yes, इतना समझ आ गया? By passing say good morning, मयूरी, मयूरी समझ आया? पक्का ना? कुछ कंफ्यूजन है? लीना, आपको कुछ कंफ्यूजन है? पूछो पूछो. Okay. So now actually it should get complex, right? Can we convert this example into a lambda expressions? Can we have a lambda expressions which will take something? Yes, we can, and it's very very simple. In previous example, we are having nothing, but right now we are having something which is there. We are passing something. Okay, so now let's try to convert this into a lambda expression. Very easy. First thing, always remember, just go here, opening brace, closing brace, just remove this new a. Okay, just remove it. Just remove this down as well. Okay, just remove this say void public. Remove this and just override. Of course, just remove this and just go back, go back, go back, go back. Okay, and here just add a lambda expressions. Okay, and here put a semicolon. समझ आया? Okay, now we are having a say which is taking string as a message, and yes, we are printing it. Yes, समझ आया? Lucky, Nina. Let's try. We'll just go back once again, and here I will tell you something which we are going to learn in the further like duration आगे पढ़ने वाले हम. तो यहाँ पे आपको कुछ हाईलाइट हो गया है. यहाँ पे अगर हवर करेंगे तो क्या बोल रहा है? लैम्बडा कैन बी रिप्लेस विद द मेथड रेफरेंस. So we have something which is called as a method reference. Okay, and I will just show you right now. Don't get confused. We are going to see in the further lectures. Okay, so just replace with the method reference. So yeah, what it's look like now? System dot out dot this double colon and then println. See how what is the beauty? Nowhere we have passed a message. Nowhere you can see a message. It is the beauty of method reference. Okay, it just help us to reduce the code. But for now, don't go in that. It will make you confused. Go back. Just come back to the lambda expressions with the parameter. Okay. So what we are trying to see here, we can have lambda expressions which will take a parameter. And let's go back, go back, go back, and let's try to understand it once again. And I will just remove the override because of course we have to remove this thing to make it look like a lambda. First, I will just go here, opening brace, closing brace, just remove this new a. Don't remove equal to, okay? Otherwise, you will get an issue. Okay, we have equal to a obj equal to that much you have. Just go down, just remove this as well. Remove say void public, just remove this. Go backspace, 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 and go here. Just add an arrow and just put a semicolon. Yes, makes sense till now. And yes, can we convert this into a one liner? Because as we have discussed that, okay, if you have only one statement, we can remove this opening brace and closing brace as well. We can remove this. Okay, we can remove this one as well. And we can have this here. Yeah, and it's look very, very better than before, right? It is one line. We have reduced everything and we have converted into one line. That's the beauty of the lambda expression. Okay, so just then we are calling good morning, good evening, and this message it will be received by here, and let's try to run. Will it work? Yes, it will. Okay, let's go here and you can see yes, good evening. That's working. That's great. So we have implemented Lambda expressions without parameter and Lambda expressions with parameter. And okay, so now we are having only one parameter here, which is message. Okay, we are having only one parameter. Can we have a two parameter as well? Yes, we can. Means just go here in the interface and just write. What should I write? With message, what we send. What we have message, and with message, what we can take, guys. Here, do you have any? Will you give me some insight or example? With message, what we can say. uh, let's say I will write greet. Of course we greet each other, right? First we meet, we will greet, so I will write string just greet. Okay, because only good evening that will not work. Okay, greeting is very important. So here we have two parameters, one is message, one is greet. Now here you will get an issue because here we are only mentioning this string message. Let's mention another one which is string, and we'll write greet. Okay, now it's working. And here along with good evening, sorry, I will pass like greet. Let's pass greet. How are you guys, with a smile. Okay, not sad. Smile. Okay, fine. So here we are printing message. Along with message, can I print plus greet? Let's try. And yes, it will just print both of, so message plus greet. Okay, that's why I'm just trying to concatenate it. Let's try. So here we can have a multiple parameters. Okay, and you can see yes, good morning, how are you guys, and don't forget the smile. Okay, smile is very important, especially when if you are a programmer, just keep smiling. uh, that work. So we have seen how to convert our expression into a lambda expressions, which is very bulky initially, but now you can see we have converted into the one line. That is the beauty of lambda expressions. We have seen how to convert function which has like a no parameter, and then we have seen how we can have a parameters function as well. You can have a number of parameter, it is depend on you. Okay, what you want to do with that, it's on you. But yes, you can have a number of parameters, and you, with the help of lambda expression, you can convert that into a one liner function. That's why lambda expression is also called as a one liner function, always remember. Okay. Hmm. Okay. And okay, so actually whatever we have seen till now, function, what actually function can do. Function takes some value, okay, that we are clear with. What actually function do more of. Okay, just taking value will not work. Okay, we have to do something on that value. What actually then function do? Then it takes value, it do some kind of operations on that value. You can pass multiple values like a one parameter, two parameter. You can overload methods, and yes, functions can return a value as well, right? Isn't it? Yes, guys. Functions return value as well. Yes, isn't it? What do you think? Can we write a function to return a value? Lucky, Mary, बताओ. हम्म बोलो बोलो. समझ आ रहा है? हम्म. कहाँ गए? आवाज आ रहा है ना मेरा? लकी, मयूरी. अच्छा, मुझे बताओ, फंक्शंस क्या कुछ वैल्यू रिटर्न कर सकते हैं? यस. यस. Can a lambda expression also return some value? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. You can return some values with the lambda expression. But how it works, that we'll see in the next one. Okay?